Hey, what's up, Camp Nerd fans? This is Ian here in the camp, and I'm coming back with you another tutorial. I have not been able to put a couple of tutorials out over the past recent couple of days due to the Christmas holidays, family coming in, things like that. And so I'm going to be doing a series of videos today to have them released over time. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at my NotePad. It is my notepad where I keep my notes. And so what we're going to be doing is we are going to be looking at my NotePad, and we're going to be getting the outline somewhat like this right here. And that's what we're going to be starting. And then in the next tutorial, we'll kind of go from each one to where we can kind of get the functionality as far as like when I type, you'll see down here it gives you the character limits, so forth and so forth. And so yeah, so let's get this started. And while I'm getting everything up and going, I want to be sure to let all the new people that are viewing my tutorials, if you would like to join the Camp Nerd family, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on them notifications so you can get some really cool tutorials like this, whether it's computer coding or it is how to keep a healthy computer, and different tips and tricks so you can kind of see a an idea of what your computer, the state of it is in. And so, and for the ones that are part of the Camp Nerd family, as always, if you like the videos, hit that like button. It helps me to be able to determine what I need to strengthen on my weaknesses, as well as where my strengths are, where I need to boost up my game, stuff like that. So without any further ado, what we are going to do is we are going to create a WPF application. This works in WinForms as well. So whatever you are using, WPF or WinForms, then you can use this as well. Now, this is not going to be an MVVM, and I'm going to do a tutorial later on about MVVM. And yes, MVVM helps your code be more organized and things like that as far as bindable objects and everything. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do a basic layout of this. And if we notice that our title is the main window, so what we need to do first is change it, and this is going to be whatever you want to name it. I'm going to put it as Notepad. And then what we're going to do is to get you the same dimensions as what I have. Then you can take the height, and you are going to leave it at 450, and then the width you are going to put is 814.154. Now, the reason why I'm doing it like that is you'll be able to get about 107 character limit on a line within this, so you can kind of go from there and then kind of look at where you want everything. So what we're going to do first is we're going to put this main grid layout, and it's going to be a margin of 10, 0, 10, 0, like so. And let's bring that over because I want it to look uniform to where we can read it. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to define a dock panel. All right, now we're going to have 3 dock panels. So if you wanted to take and highlight that, you're going to copy it, you're going to paste and paste. Now within these dock panels, we're going to define a vertical alignment. This one is going to be a top vertical alignment, and it's going to have a horizontal alignment of center, and then it's going to have a height of 38. It's going to have a height of 38. And I know some of y'all are like, what happened to 64 and 32 and all that? Well, I wanted to be a little bit off today. And then we're going to put a margin of this, and it is going to be a margin of 1 1 10 0, and that is going to be for that dock panel right there. Okay, now if we come to the next dock panel, well, let's go down to the last dock panel first. So this is going to be a vertical alignment of bottom, and it is going to be a horizontal alignment of left, and then it is going to be a height of, I'm kind of looking at my notes right here, and this is going to be a height of 20, and then this is going to have a margin of 1. Okay, now in this dock panel right here, which is, it's not going to look any uniform at the moment, but it's getting there. So in the middle dock panel, we are going to do a, well, let me get to the right dock panel. In this dock panel, it is going to be a vertical alignment of center, and it's going to be a height of 350, and this is going to be a margin, and it is going to be, let me kind of take that back, and it's going to be 0 44 10 and 28, like so. All right, now that is for the middle. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to this dock panel, and we're going to do a menu. So we are going to do a menu, and this is going to be menu, and then it's going to be a dock panel dot dock, and it is going to be a top, and it's going to be a vertical alignment of center with a font size of 16, and then it's going to be a margin, and this is going to be 0 0 -0.2, and then it's going to be 0, like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a width of 781, a width of 781, and then we're going to close that off like so. Okay, so that gives us the width. Okay, now within this menu, we are going to add a menu item, and this is going to be, yeah, let's do what we're going to do is we're going to be doing our font family Sogio assets. So we're going to define the header. We're going to leave it blank for just a second. Now, as I am doing this, if you remember in the last tutorial that we did about using the Sogio MDL2 assets, this is going to apply with the same thing. Also, I have a link in the description to where you can see those. So what we're going to do is we're going to define a font family of the Sogio MDL2 assets. All right, then we're just going to put a font size. Going to put a font size, and this is going to be 16. And then we're going to put a we can just go ahead and close that off like that so you can see. And this is going to be a height of 25, and it's going to be a width of it's going to be a height, and then we're just going to put a width of, yeah, let's say 35, so it gives you the width from there. And then we're going to before we do any clicks or anything like that, let's come back over to the header. And now within the header, you're going to do your ampersand, your hash, and then it's going to be X. And then it is going to be for add new. It's going to be E710. So E710, and then close it off like so. And as you can see over here, you have the plus sign. All right, now we're going to leave that here for this tutorial, and in the next tutorial what we'll be doing is adding on to the notepad. So this is getting your sections set up, so I will see you guys in the next tutorial. Keep it nerdy.